If you love it, PvP, today's video is going to have you satisfied because I have got an insane Mightiest Empire between Empire 130 and Empire 111, where the capital city goes backwards and forth between all of these empires to the point where, honestly, I must have recorded at least 30 plus rallies, and we're going to go over quite a lot of them in today's video with some open field gameplay and even some tower gameplay too. So smash a like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to support me as a content creator, you know, down in the description down below and pinned comment will be the Eneba link. Just click on that link, and if you go to purchase any Apex coins or Empire coins on your account, you're going to be supporting me as a content creator and get some cash back on your account. So why not take advantage of that offer right now? So let's dive into today's video, this Mightiest Empire clash, and hopefully you enjoy. So let's introduce both of the empires that's going to be in today's fight and what's at stake, because Empire 111 did win the preparation, making them the invaders in this, which we will be witnessing the different wall stages in the different gameplay. But let's introduce the power rankings of the alliances and obviously the top 100 players. Empire 111 with GK, OFA and the 1 at 3.6, 2.8 and 2.7 billion power. Really nice strong form there. And Empire 130 3.7 billion, 2.9 billion, and 1 billion for SJJ, Z30, and Royal Imperium. And we're going to see some really big players on the open field here that are going to make a massive impact, including no other than the king of Empire 111, King Astra, without any alliance tags. So you'll definitely see him in some of this gameplay. And honestly, the way these alliances are set up and working is pretty darn good. I'm going to be honest, they are really good. But when we look at the crux of these two different power rankings, especially in the top 100 of these players, if you just pause the video, you'll notice the power is on the Empire 111 side, so they are the power favorites. But what is at stake? Well, Stellar Glory. We've got rank 3 versus rank 4, so whoever wins this is definitely going above the others and potentially taking that spot 1. With the introductions out of the way, let's start the battle, because as you guys can imagine, this is going to be a wall siege stage intro. We're going to see just all the different gates currently being destroyed by all the different alliances, and even some cool trebuchet battle being used to try and speed up the phase. But what we're going to get to is Royal Imperium and their big old king. You can see they're all destroying the wall first, so they was able to get through the gate and start pushing towards the Imperial City, with 1 coming in second. And it's going to be a race to the center, because as you guys should know, you've got to kill the capital guards as well before you get to capture the capital city. It's not just a simple walk in, first touch, first serve. It's actually the last person to deal the last instance of damage is going to take control. And what you're going to see is Magic 40 here with a Hannibal March now push forward, stopping the Imperial members from touching that Imperial city and giving it to the 1 members. And even the GK Alliance didn't see this because they were attacking their own allies, which caught them off guard, and they've just lost a bunch of troops for no reason. So I've got to catch you guys out. I've got to call you out when we see gameplay where it is. But what we're going to do now is move forward into, as you can imagine, the first rally, because the first rally is going to come from Royal Imperium on their side, while they are waiting for their allied Z30 to break through this south gate with their rally. This is going to allow basically Z30 to rally on a different side, so basically they can double rally in the future. So here we go, we've got Royal Imperium coming in with their rally. This is 3 times speed, and you can see the elimination rates there going in the favor first to Royal Imperium. They are now 500k almost ahead in the kills, and they're going to have more rallies coming on their way. They are targeting the cavalry tower to try and give their Lubus that 20% extra attack and defense in the garrison and rally fights. But I'm just going to say it doesn't look like they're going to need it. It's going to be a massive landslide victory potentially for the Royal Imperium here, catching 1 off guard, because you can see 2 more rallies coming in the back, which are taxi rallies to reinforce the Royal Imperium Alliance Legion's main rally on the Imperial capital. But look at that, there's 6 remaining, potentially 5 remaining now, 3 remaining, and just like that, Royal Imperium are going to take control of the Imperial City. So now, as you guys can imagine, it's going to be 1's turn. And even they was able to capture the cavalry tower to put a little bit of salt in the wounds. I've got to highlight some of the different open field gameplay that you're going to be seeing before the next rally, because here on the GK side of Empire 111, as well as 1, you're going to see some really powerful pushes here, right? These pushes are absolutely crazy and very important. They are using King Asher there as well as the GK Alliance, mainly to push all of the Royal Imperium and Z30 from Empire 130 away from the gates and the capital city. By doing this, obviously Empire 111 now controls the open field for the capital city, allowing them to do an amazing double rally push here from one side, but then even a third rally coming in from OFA, and this is going to be very hard to defend. Royal Imperium have no troops basically inside right now, and they do have some taxi rallies coming in from the north side that you can see there. However, is that gonna be enough? Triple rally is a ton of DPS, especially if you've got a ton of Lubus, the current big meta hero in the game, in all of those rallies, right? And look at the DPS there. You can see the Royal Imperium under threat now. They are feeling the damage coming between all 3 of these rallies, but GK and the One Alliance as well taking massive damage on there. The quality of Royal Imperium is really showing, but has the 130 Alliance bitten off more than they can chew? Can Empire 111's number advantage come into play? Because we are seeing 1 with a reinforcement rally going all the way back up, and then the Imperial City dropping so low, going to 50%. This is just crazy, but I don't think it's gonna be enough, guys. If you look at the elimination rate, the Royal Imperium is getting the best eliminations, but just like that, it is dropping. Triple rally, too much damage for Royal Imperium to take. Let's see what happens next. So we're going to see Z30 trying to launch their first major rally and impact here on the Mightiest Empire, which is a rally on the OFA Archer Tower. And you're going to see how they're actually very successful on this. And this is where OFA really did get caught with their pants down. And I will tell you guys, they do not let this happen again. After this capture, Z30 does hold it for a little while, but the Royal Imperium do not help them in trying to defend this tower, because in their eyes, it's not really the one they are after. They really care about the cavalry tower for the Lubu meta. And you can kind of see the emphasis on this, especially when you look at some of the open field areas. A lot of the big fights are happening on this side of the Imperial City, where players are trying to stop Z30 from entering or even get close to that cavalry tower just below them. And when we look at even OFA now coming back with open field fighting, they are allowing them to get these double OFA rallies into a position to retake a tower they just lost. And you can imagine just before this, they was able to do the same thing and reclaim the Arrow Tower they just basically lost. And now Royal Imperium trying to take it back the best they can. But you're going to see 1 do a big swarm on that Royal Imperium Alliance Legion, meaning OFA now have hold and defended that tower. So you can see a nice variety of tower and open field gameplay, and you can see where Royal Imperium and Z30 really weren't working together, while you can see the opposite on Empire 111. They were doing everything together, 1 killing some of the open field so OFA's rallies could get through. Let's talk about 4 different rallies all at the same time. Going from top right to top left, we're going to explain basically a bit of a timeline jump, because you can see in the top right is the first push after the rally of 1 taking the capital city. It comes around the 12-minute mark, and it was an unsuccessful push. And the main reason, again, for being unsuccessful was generally the Empire 111 open field crowd control was so good. They stopped anyone from entering this capital city. When we move to the next one, this is a capital city fight between, again, Royal Imperial, and they have a bit more troops in there and more taxis coming down the flank. This second one was very important because this was again 10 minutes after the first rally we just witnessed, and it did showcase a bit of a promised structure. However, one was able to defend it. Moving to the third rally now in the bottom left corner. This was one which made the cut. You can see now Royal Imperium with tons of open field presence and even people having to fight inside that capital city. We've got multiple taxi rallies that has been entering this third rally instance of fighting, which has allowed them to take control of that Imperial City. And you can see Z30 are the ones to take control of it. But if we go back and check out the final one, the final replay, this is after Z30 takes control of the Imperial City. GK and 1 are coming back with their rallies, and to be honest, this is one that will catch you not off surprise, because this is where we are gonna see them fighting toe to toe again, trying to hold off triple rallies from Empire 111 and Empire 130. Even though Z30 are holding the capital city, are gonna be unsuccessful, and the big preparation starts again. Royal Imperium are now technically on the back foot. One does control the Imperial City and wanting to hold it for that 1 hour mark. Everyone needs to remember Stellar Glory is on the books here. Whoever wins here is definitely taking control of a higher position than the other empire is and alliances involved. So we've got one holding against a double rally from Empire 130. Royal Imperium and Z130 coming together here to try to do as much DPS as they can to one. And we're going to see one now under pressure for one of the major times here of this fight. And I don't think you guys are gonna expect what happens, because when you think, do you know what, I know this video, I know exactly what's gonna happen next, you're wrong. This is going to be a curveball in all of your sports games, guys, because we're at 9 minutes of the clock. 2 minutes of combat has already passed here, as we've just shown, and you can see the one alliance getting dangerously low. But look at that, they are pulling troops in. 6 members are in there, and the one taxi is coming to the savior, and just like that, the 50% is building up slowly but surely. Troops are going into that capital city, and when we look at the other rallies, just like that, the Royal Imperium Alliance Legions rally and Z30 both got mincemeated. But let's move forward from there, because Royal Imperium and Z30 was not taking no for an answer. This is literally approximately 10 minutes afterwards. So if you look at the timer now, we're at 20 minutes 30 on the capture time. So again, around 7 minutes after, 10 minutes after, they send another large scale attack. Can one hold this second round of fighting? With 21 minutes on the clock, they've already held the capital city 3 times already. They have tried their best to defend it without obviously losing it, but Royal Imperium not wanting to go down without a fight, and this is gonna be a shocker here. Look how low that goes. Oh my god, one pulling in the troops, it's in the orange, it's back into the red. Does Royal Imperium, does Z130 have enough damage here? It's going back up, it's going down. This is a roller coaster journey, but the end of the ride says Royal Imperium. And the thing is, you think this is going to be the end of it, but we're going to do a quick little time skip in a moment, and you're going to see something that's going to shock you, because yes, Royal Imperials do control their own Imperial City again. However, when we move forward in time, they was not able to hold it. And yes, you see right, one able to take control of it, and literally with one rally was able to reclaim it. So now we're seeing 10 minutes afterwards, Can they hold again? And this is where we see some absolute pure carnage. And I'm going to say a couple of misplays for some of the alliances here, because you're going to see a lot of rally taxis coming down, which is amazing to see in this gameplay. However, a lot of them wasn't being used. People weren't jumping out. The rallies weren't getting cancelled in time. And you can see them just moving off and not really being good. They're going to be literally lambs to the slaughter, unfortunately. But one here being pressured, and boom! Z30 and Royal Imperium do take it back. However, when you think you've just seen it all, and yes, it was gone one way and another, fast forward in time, OFA 1 and GK were taking this as a no answer, and they swarmed the Imperial City down. So OFA controls it right now, but what you will see is basically OFA transfers it to the One Alliance, and the One Alliance is now under threat again. They need to defend this Imperial City again. This is almost like PTSD for them, but they are going down. They are pushing out troops constantly here. 9 minutes on the clock this time. Is this gonna be the final defense that we're gonna see for the One and Empire 111 here to take control of Empire 130's capital city? Well, time will tell, because when we look at the battle reports, you can see now double rallies are in. Z30 coming in very strong, and when we look at Royal Imperium, very strong again. The elimination rate is absolutely crazy there. Nearly 800,000 to 700,000 more troops on the Royal Imperium side compared to the one side. Look at the DPS here. There's so much damage coming out that even the one city does not look like it is going down without a fight. People are putting troops in there. It is resustaining. It's going back up to 50%. One of the rallies getting dangerously low now on the Empire 130. Boom! Both of those died. And what you're seeing right now, if we just pause the footage there, is a time lapse. So what is happening if we just go back is at the 30-minute mark, we see our friends destroy that Empire 130 launched attack, and now they are holding the line. And if we just go through, you can see how fast this is going. 5 minutes later, they are still holding it. So let's see what happens next. It's the final rally. Yes, you guessed it. We've got to end the video at some point. But from the timeline, if you've been able to follow through, yes, at one point, the capital city went backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. But from the last set of rallies we've witnessed, one was able to time-lapse and actually save it all the way to the 54th minute. And this is when you're going to see, unfortunately, the final rallies come. And if you've not guessed who's going to win, I don't know where you've been, because this was honestly an amazing Mightiest Empire that I was able to stream to some of the Empire 64 members and some of my friends that we did in a private stream and record all of this footage together, right? And you can see now 55 minutes on the clock going against that Royal Imperium Legion rally. It's dangerously low. Not many people are joining it in time. And that honestly is the tale of this whole event. A lot of rallies coming in, a lot of taxis coming in, but when you can see it, these taxis just weren't really doing too much. They weren't really offering enough service to, obviously, the capital city. It wasn't really there to punish them. And when you look around, all you can see there is the other members from Empire 111. And when it comes into it, the final fight, the final battle details, Z30 fighting one on their own here without the other rally of Royal Legion, without any of the taxi rallies either to try and reinforce them. It's unfortunately super one-sided, and you can guess, with everything said, it's gonna be a GG. And I want to say GG straight away to both empires, Empire 130 and especially Royal Imperium. I want to say you guys carried your empire so goddamn hard but I watched the full 4 hours of this fight. It was crazy to watch. And when we look at Empire 111, I want a big shout out to all of them. Everyone put in work. Shout out to one who held the capital city, as you can now see, to the end of this 1 hour, finally, from the backwards and forwards. Shout out to OFA that helped rally down the Imperial City and obviously the towers that's needed. Also, shout out to GK that did the same thing. Helped rally Imperial City, goes into obviously the tower gameplay and the amount of open field presence GK did. I honestly think both empires, big shout out to you guys, put a pat on your back. But when we look at the victors, the winners, the ones who matter, it's Empire 111. Big shout out to you guys and your victory on this. And to kind of finish off the video, obviously I'm going to show off some of the points and stuff for you guys. But if you want me to live stream and spectate your Mightiest Empire events in the future, you're going to be able to do so. All you're going to do is join my official community Discord. Get the Age of Empires role once you've completed the rules and kind of intro into the Discord server. And once you've done that, you'll find the Mightiest Empire spectating area. That's going to allow you to honestly type in your empire, the timing of your empire's fight, and I'm hopefully going to be able to be free and stream it or record footage and make a video like this highlighting all the PvP. So if you enjoyed the video, smash a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Give me some love out there. And until the next video, stay safe, stay sneaky, and enjoy the remaining points that happened in the Mightiest Empire event.